How do? Second vlog of the day, swapped hands. Freezing. Piss wet through. So, again, I apologise for saying so often, as it were. F-wing, Forest Bank. Come on, Stevie. That was the last wing I worked on before I left. Forest Bank, we had a canteen, staff canteen, run by prisoners. It was an off shot to the kitchen. That was a bonus if you got opportunity to use it. I very rarely did. Managers were in there every day, stuffing their faces, as were some privileged staff. Do I seem a bit bitter and twisted? Of course I do. We're talking about food here. My Twitter fans will know I'm a big foodie. Basically anything food. Anyway, so there's me and Mark. Jim Ed. We've just come out at canteen. There's an alarm bell, it's dinner time. All the prisoners used to be out at that time at Forest Bank. I'm going to swap hands again now. All the prisoners used to be out. I think someone called out over the radio code blue and code red. They had two codes. I think the code blue was unconscious, so if someone called F-wing code blue, that's somebody unconscious. And some of the nursing staff would respond to that. There was also code red, which I believe was a blood incident. Something like that. So we've just come out of the canteen. We are, I don't know, 50 metres away from F-wing. Code blue, code red, somebody panicking on radio. Now, me and Mark were on his dinner. We didn't have to respond to that alarm bell. However, being decent lads, and it was my wing, I don't mean personally, I just worked on there, we responded. So when we got there, all hell's breaking loose. Gates were open, some staff were already on there. There's a lad being absolutely twatted. It was quite apparent to me straight away, being assaulted with weapons around his head. As I could see, 3 or 4, there was probably 6 or 7 bad wounds. Again, you imagine being hit or head, piece of wood or something like that, claret everywhere. There's a pool of claret around his head that is growing. There's already a member of the nursing team on site. We start locking lads up. Human nature, everyone wants to have a look. Anyway, one of the lads, Carl, who I got on with, Salford lad. I didn't always get on with him, he used to be a young offender. But we got on at this time. So it's my wing, I'm pissed. I says, what's happened there? He says, nonce, Mr. Samworth, as I put him behind his door. What's he mean by nonce? It means this guy is a sex offender. Not on normal court exercise, nonce. What did I know about this lad? He'd been on the wing a while, weeks. It was one of them prisoners that I didn't take to. I didn't know what he was in for. Like I've said, on a normal wing, never checked, didn't need to. But he was one of them prisoners that I'd taken a dislike to, because how he was, over familiar. You know, most prisoners get to know you, you have a crack. Young offenders used to call me Sam, Samo. I had no problem with that. Other prisoners, your cleaners, you know, you have a crack with him, you get to know him. This lad, just over familiar from the start. Anyway, gets them all banged up. Looked like he was going to die. They called an ambulance. I've been nominated to go. Just have a look at the boy in the distance while the train's going. We're back in the room. I've been nominated to go Sharon, the chaplain's there. Sharon was a lovely lass. I liked her a lot. Not in that way, being respectful. Again, I've thought about this coming to my head last night. I can only remember me and Sharon being in the ambulance. I was cuffed to him, closet chain. I think there's only 3 chairs in the back of the ambulance. So there's me and Sharon. Like I say, I can't remember a third officer. There should have been. However, they thought this guy were dying, so they've sent us out. And I know when we got to A&E, accident emergency, there was another member of staff there. But at this time, I can only remember me and Sharon and the guy, the medic. So we're off. Blue light. Sharon's not looking so good. When I said he were claret now, I'm telling you, like I said, I could see 3 or 4 big cuts on his head. It's apparent there was some at the back as well. He'd had a good kicking, this lad, a proper kicking. Claret everywhere. The guy's doing some bits for him, the medic, can't remember what he was doing. And he coughed up this lad, he's on his back. Boof. Blood. All over me, all over Sharon. Like I say, I just remember holding her hand. She was in shock. And it was a shocking thing to see, don't get me wrong. So we land at A&E, can't remember what hospital. Possibly Hope Hospital. That's the closest one. We're into A&E. He's on a closet chain. Handcuffs, short. Closet chain, has a cuff, long chain, cuff on the other end. Staff are working on him. You know, all hands to deck, like you see him on all these films in A&E. People coming in from everywhere. Drip, you know, sticking stuff in him. The doctor has a proper go at me. Told me to take the cuff off. I told him I couldn't take the cuff off. I won't be taking it off unless my governor gave permission. And that's how it is. You know, I could have got the sack. If they'd have had to use a defib, I would have removed the cuff. I'm sure my oppo, I can't remember who that was, phoned the jail. However, all the staff, stairs, I was made to feel unwelcome. Sharon actually had a word with the doctor after, who kind of apologised. Anyway, bit of a blur, ends up on a ward, cuffed to him. He's patched up, he's alive. A couple hours later, by this time, word has got back, and I know he's a sex offender. So he's in bed. This way, kidder. He's in bed. He's come round. Nurses have fetched him a sandwich. This way, Stevie. You alright? Stevie, come on. Real bog today, guys. So he's come round, they fetched him a sandwich. Now I was there a good while, I didn't get no relief. He's had 3 lots of sandwiches. I'm starting to get pissed off. Every time somebody walks past the nurse, cup of tea, can I have another sandwich, can I have this, can I have that, can I have other? I got really fed up with him, me. You might think that's uncaring. But he was starting to become offensive. Anyway, he survived. I don't know what happened to him after that. I do know what happened though. So this lad, like I say, been on the wing weeks. He was a paedophile. At Forest Bank at that time, we didn't have a vulnerable prisoners wing. That's for sex offenders and the like. So when they came into Forest Bank, some ended up on the healthcare or segregation, sex offenders. It's not an appropriate place to keep them. we had nowhere else, or if, like this guy, they were cocky and cocksure and refused any sort of protection, didn't take heed of staff warnings, they made up a story. I'm a burglar, I'm a car thief. So this guy's landed on F-wing. Within about a week, a lad on there has worked out who he is. Because this lad who's in there, daughter, has been molested by a paedophile. And it's this lad that is on the wing. Now me, if you put me in a room with somebody, a crowd, somebody'd done anything to my daughter, I'd kill him. See, there's always a chance that lad was going to move off the wing, but no. They were very patient and pretty much all the wing knew. So they planned it. They befriended him, used to play cards with him, made him feel welcome. Then one dinner, caught him off guard and nearly killed him incidentally. He was off in a cell, half on the landing, when I went on the wing. I hope you can still see me with the rain, because they tried to drag him in a cell. Alarm bell had gone, everyone had moved away. On camera, 40 people round him. No forensics, no hard evidence. They got away with it. Dangerous place, prison. There you go. Thanks for coming. Parting shot as always. Stevie.